get me out of this jam, right?
Hmm.
But then I also had to realize if I'm in a jam and I always call them, what am I learning?
Right.
Right?
Right.
What am I getting out of this? And yeah, I went through that recently. I went through that recently
Hmm.
where it was like, yo, because one of the worst feelings in the world is when the lender tells you a number and they say, hey, this is how much you need to bring to closing, right? And so in your mind, you're like, all right, cool, that's what I need to bring, bro. And then you get, like for me, I don't see the altar till like the day of.
Hmm.
So that morning, the attorney sends you the altar, and you got like a 4,500 or 5,800 increase of what you need to
Yeah.
bring, and you're like, yo, like, what we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
I love that, man. Just being able to feel it, but also to learn from it. Because
Hmm.
I had a situation, and this is something that really had to teach me how important it is to um, be organized, but
Hmm.
also don't rely on the people you're using to as if they're going to give you all the information you need, like your lender, for instance, right? So I had a situation
Right.
where these two properties, same street, right? Two properties, same street, and I'm going through a cash out refi. Right now, it's taking forever, and I have no idea why it's taking so long, right? Like I
Yeah.
start in July. I start in July. Normally about 30, 45 days we get it done, pour the cash out, keep it moving, right?
Yeah.
We get to November and the process is still not finalized. Now, mind you, part of me is like, maybe it's because I am continuing to do like other projects. Like we got other stuff. It's
Right.
not like it's just those two. Like we got like other stuff going on. So from that perspective, I'm like, I know I got him busy. I know I got him, his hands and everything. And maybe he's focusing on these new acquisitions and maybe that's on the back burner, right?
Right.
So the end of November, the this is probably during Thanksgiving. And Rand, I'm not even sure if I told you this. This is right during Thanksgiving, man. Now, catch this now. I got Thanksgiving and I'm under contract for this big house in Georgia, right?
Hmm.
And so there's a lot of money got to get dished out.
Yeah.
And an investor calls me. An investor calls me, and the investor says to me, I don't know what happened to my joint, but the
Yo, you sure
investor
you're not live?
Um,
I
yeah,
see
Nah,
like
I am.
man.
I am. I am. We good. We good. We good. So the investor says to me, bro. He says, he says, hey, I want to make you an offer on your house, right? I said it's not available, right? I'm like, it's not available. And then he's like, well, there's a foreclosure date for December 5th. And I kind of laugh it off. I'm like, man, my house not getting foreclosed. What you talking about, bruh? Bro, as soon as we hang up, I reach out to the attorney and I say, hey, what's going on with my property? Can you check on it? Bro, both of them had foreclosure dates for December 5th.
Mm.
wow.
So I got 2 weeks to pay off the mortgage on both of those properties in 2 weeks, or it's been taken by the bank.
Wow. That's
That's
scary.
crazy.
And I got tenants in them.
Oh, wow.
Right? So imagine having that going on, and then you got this buckload of money that you got to put into your new acquisition while relocating your family. Right?
Wow.
So these are some of the challenges that people just don't even have a clue that we go through. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So now I'm getting
Bro, I didn't even
really
know you was going through that.
yeah, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. So you know what I mean? So I hit the lender up. I'm like, bro, I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, I'm about to lose my properties, man. Like, this should have been done. And man, it is what it is. So I'm thinking, like, who can I call? who can I call? Like, what can I do to not lose these properties? And man, God is so great, man. Partner of mine's months ago gave me a contact for a new construction loan, right?
Mm.
Gave me a contact for a new construction loan. And I was like, you know what, let me reach out to them. Bro, and before the foreclosure date hit, the day before, bro, they financed both deals. Right?
Wow.
They financed both deals, and then we closed, and 3 days later, the attorney sends me an email and say the bank says you owe XYZ because something wasn't paid, right, on one of the properties. So I sent him the 1,600. I didn't even question it, right? Didn't question it. Sent him the 1,600. Then a couple of days after that, they hit me up again and say, now you owe 45 on this other one. I said, no. Bro, I say, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm like, yo, you got to show me something in writing to show, give me a breakdown that explains why I owe this, right? So I'm bucking now. I'm like, yo, I'm not doing it. Y'all gonna have to prove this to me. Like, I'm not doing it. So I'm bucking. And do you know, man, them jokers, bro, they took the property. They took the property. They assigned it to an asset company, which means somebody's gonna come in, change the locks, just like the foreclosure process, change the locks, winterize the property, right? And the person that did that, the company that did it, are people that are agents that I know. So they called me and was like, "Hey, Dominic, I just want to let you know, I don't know what's going on, but hey, man, we have been assigned the property now, and I want, just to give you a heads up, give you opportunity to come get your stuff out, right?" So I'm like, hey, all right, cool, but I am reaching out to them, to see about this thing getting fixed, right? So I'm still going back and forth for like, yo, this can't be right. I don't, y'all can't take the money I sent you, right? So if the new lender paid 185 to y'all or whatever it was, you can't hold that number and say, well, we taking the property because it was $4,500 short when it was not $4,500 short on the payoff, right? So they're like, well, you owe it anyway. So you talking about stress? Man, so what ended up happening, man, was they finally, I called everybody, asked for everybody I could name that's in upper management, and they finally sent me the paperwork, and it won't 4,500. It was only 2,800. So what if I would have sent them to 45? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what if I would have sent them to 45? But my whole point was, like, we go through these challenges, and people just look at what we do on the outside and like, oh, they doing it. Like, yeah, but this stuff costs. Like, there's some lessons and scars that we endure throughout this process. Like, this doesn't come with ease. You see what I'm saying?
No.
It don't come with ease. Yeah.
No, and you have to be disciplined. It takes, people don't realize that it takes so much discipline to like for example, I said I have 10 doors. My 10 doors